Here's an open apology to my friends and family who've come visiting in the past few months, because what in the guest bedroom was this? Okay, on a more serious note, I've been hoarding this video for the longest time and I'm now happy to share the journey of making over this small room that we use as our guest bedroom. There are so many little bits and pieces that I did just to make the room a lot more cozy, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So come along and let's change this bedroom and make it a nicer place to stay in, study in, or do work in. I have packed the things up together, like the bed's been pulled to the middle and I put everything on top of the bed and then covered it with a sheet. I have this wardrobe, so this chest of drawers. We've had this chest of drawers for a long time now, and during the process of moving house, it got, look at that. So it needs to be fixed. In my mind, I know that I need to put these, like put this one and this one in place. So I've got double-sided tape that will hold them in place. And then I'm going to nail this back, like nail the plywood back onto the back of the chest of drawers. However, I've just got this wave of an idea and I think that I could possibly repaint this chest of drawers, and but I'm not sure. So the paint, if I'm going to paint it, I'll definitely need it to fit in with the color scheme of the room. I think the previous owners or the previous occupants of this house had this room for their children, and it just doesn't work. I like green, but not this shade of green, and I still need to get some wall samples, some paint samples that I would paint on the walls to see what I feel and see how I feel about them. About the different samples, and then we can choose. But for now, if this room didn't get packed up and have, like, if I didn't have everything here in the middle, then I won't get my act together, ready to, you know, clean up and get the room nice and presentable and to my taste. But in the meantime, whilst the samples are in the post and whilst they're getting to me, I'm going to fix this chest of drawers. So I have these, they're actually samples, and I'm going to stick them on the wall and see how I feel about each color. So we have the darker ones here, and I'm tipping towards Grage 02, and not Beige 04. It's a bit darker and this one's a bit lighter, but then I want to have a combination of this and white. So I'm thinking about making this a feature wall here and then having white on all the other walls. I find it quite tricky choosing paint colors because You know, it's one of those ones where once you've painted it, that's it. Well, it's not that's it because you can paint over it. But I feel like I don't want to waste money on getting like new paint or like the funds that must have been spent on the paint and then getting new ones, which is the reason why it's taking me this long to decide on what paints to go for. I'll get back to you.
And there's no light on.
Here we are. I've done half of this wall, still got to do the bottom half of it. And I have just got to find a way to remove these kind of like blemishes. But I think that's paint that will stuck onto this tray here, the paint tray. I like the color. It's called Taupe 03, Taupe 03, and I'm loving it. Yeah. Right now you're speaking to a person who is extremely buzzed and excited about accomplishing painting one wall. This wall is complete. I really like it. I really struggled like envisioning it and seeing what it would look like in real life. But now that it's done, I am in love with it. Next step now is to paint these other sides white. I couldn't pull off doing taupe on all the walls because it's not a very bright room. Our garden is south facing and it's on that side. So we don't get a lot of sunlight in this room, which you'd have noticed in all the videos that I've done in this room, because it's not as bright as I want it to be and I haven't got any artificial light in here. So I need lots of white light I need white paint on all the other walls, and the white paint will sort of like make the room a lot more bright, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna paint white, and I've actually gone for white 01, which is like their very bright white. Not bright white, but it's a cool white, and I think it will go very well with this wall. Excited. Oh, also, finally sanded this wall. I sanded the holes, yeah? So that side sanded. So I'm going to wipe down this wall and get painted. Jump in the car and get ourselves over to the DIY shop. These are the times I called my daughter over and said I wish she was old enough. I wish she was old enough to run to the shop and get me a roller brush, because, well, a small roller brush or paint roller, because what I have is not large enough to fit into a gap on the wall. So we have to just quickly grab one and make our way back to our job. Come on then, let's go see what's out there in the shops.
Okay.
Good morning, it's a brand new day, a bit of a progress report. These two walls are fully dry. I've been working with a tiny space, a very little space, which is a reason why I couldn't paint the whole room at the same time. So now that these two sides are dry, I've had to pull the furniture a bit towards the dried walls so that I can focus on the last major wall. We have we have this wardrobe here which is attached to the wall, so I am not going to be moving the wardrobe away from the wall. So this side of the wall is painted, and obviously that side of the wall we can't get to. So I'm just going to focus on this wall and call it a day. I've been scouring into the internet for a good lamp for this room here, because we've got a very basic lamp, but I want something, you know, something a bit more mature. I've been looking at rattan because of the wall that we have here, this taupe wall. So I think rattan will fit in so beautifully, either that or something black. So the vibe, I'm going for a brown, green, so like the taupe wall, brown, green, white, and just pops of color here and there. It's looking good. I'm really pleased with the way the wall has turned out. My husband, so he hasn't really complained about it, because I mean, it's not just me who lives here, right? Wait, hold on 1 second, just my arms are hurting. I don't live here alone. We're gonna have guests in here, family members, friends, and that type of thing, which is the reason why I think it should look very presentable, cozy, because you know, it's still part of the home. The green walls weren't doing it for me. It's not my vibe, not at all. So it had to go. So here we are. I am just tackling all the detail bits. You know, like around the vent, around the radiator, around the sockets. I filed down the filled gaps. It's okay. Oh, also I got a detailed brush from B&Q the other day, because I'm going to just finish off those tiny little parts. You won't see it, but I see it. I want to show it to you when I start it, but I got detailed brush to just get a nice fine line where we have our taupe meeting the white, you know, the decorative part of the ceiling, that border before the ceiling. I just want to get it looking a lot more crisp and you know, neat. You won't see it from afar unless you come close, but I'm on a ladder, I see it. Even from here I can see parts of it, and I know that it could be better. So I've got my extension for my roller brush, and I'm going to get painting. So let's paint. See, when you want this thing to go, it won't go. When you don't want it, that's when you'll get so. Oh, and this bucket is empty. I'm just using the last part of it to do all the details. brand new day in the completely dry room. This paint is it's just wonderful. I like how it turned out when dry. Remember, it's taupe 03 from Lick Paints, and I am just so pleased with the way it looks now. It's a blank canvas to work with, and the aim is to have a cozy space for family, friends who stay over with us. It has minimal furniture, just enough for like the size of the room. Also, it doubles up for a workspace for whenever we need quiet to go into a room for a meeting or whatever it is. So we've got a workstation here. We've got a monitor that we can hook our laptops onto, which is perfect. You know, it's got a corner desk which fits nicely into this corner here. So we want it to look comfortable for work and also comfortable to live in and to sleep in. I'm going to get on with a few things here and there just to add finishing touches to the room. I know that in the future I will do a few DIYs here and there, you know, like things like soft furnishings, textiles for the walls, because the walls are super bare. So for now, we just need the space to look you know, nice and cozy. I've been shopping around the house for things that I can use to fill up the space and make it look beautiful. And I have this here, which I picked up from Dunelm last year. And it hasn't really had a home. It was in my sewing space in our previous home, but now it hasn't got a home at the moment. So this is going to fit in beautifully in this space. I'm going to hang it on the wall on the side there. It's just a shoe, you know, pair of shoes. I'm gonna hang it up there, and I think I'm gonna have a plant there so we can have some like injection of like plants and greenery in the space. Okay, so this is from the outdoor space. You can see that there's some damage there. I don't know how well it would cope with sanding. Sanding doesn't really make much of a difference to it. So I might just leave it like that for a rustic feel, or actually I have something to cover. I'll cover it up. We inherited this from the previous like occupants of this house. They left it in the garden, but it's supposed to be indoors. I have the most dramatic plant in the house, and I'm putting it in this room. I don't know how it's going to cope, but we will find out. Oh, also, this pot is super hollow and it's much taller than the plant. So I have this polystyrene packaging thing that I've put inside just to elevate the plants. I really want to share this with you. This is a book that I found. It was right at the bottom of a wardrobe in the house here. It's a gift wrapping paper book, and I believe it might have been the owners of the wardrobe lost it. Well, because it was right at the bottom, like beneath the drawers, and they didn't look properly, so I guess I found it. We have car displays in our entryway, and I thought we'll bring that upstairs as well. And I saw this one here. It's a vintage, like, it's got vintage cars, so I think this would be a good one to put up on the wall. And looking through the book, there are several like vintage style cars which I think would be so beautiful in this room. So it will go at the side of the room where we have the computer, the monitor, or the work desk. I don't want too much colour though. I got my daughter to repaint this and she really enjoyed doing it. So I guess that's a way to get the kids involved, no? I guess so. Right, so I need to cut this out to the right size. This is the size. This is the size that I need, so I need to go figure out how to cut this out. I might have to go into my sewing room to use my special ruler and scissors, or rotary cutter. I'm in a bit of a dilemma because I like this. I would like a bigger lampshade. However, I didn't find one in this exact color, but I found the size that I like, which is this one here. I got this for £6, and I feel like this is just the right size. But then I think this room deserves a bit of color. So we're either going to inject that color through plants or flowers or soft furnishings. So I'm really sad to remove this, but I think it's time to remove it. We've had this for over 15 years. So it's time for a change. It's time for a change, and I probably need to learn how to make my own lampshades. But then do I have the color though? I don't have the color. So let's remove the lampshade. I've removed the bulb, put it in my pocket. Unscrew this cap. Oh gosh, look at that dust. So much dust. And swap it out. Oh, this tripod leg, like the tripod legs of this lamp is just my favorite thing, which is the reason why we got it. So now, here we go. I think this is just the right size. That's better. I'm still going to save this because my daughter's room might need a lamp. So I'm just going to save this, even though it's off for her room colour. If I find the right fabric, I'll make another one. So here's a little tip I have for you if you're working with a budget. Shop around your house. I'm sure you'd find 1, 2 or 3 things that you can pull out from different places and put into any space that you're redecorating. Swap things around and refresh your space by, you know, putting things in new homes. Like, it just livens up your space and makes it, you know, gives that feeling of, oh yeah, I had this. It can go here, you know. So I've just been shopping around the house to see, what can I pull out that we can put into this room? And I think it's going to work. I'm excited. I'm absolutely in love with the outcome of this room, and our most recent guest loved it so much. She loved being in the room. I also want to give a huge shout out to Lick Paints for sending us the paints that were used in changing this room and making it a lot more cozy. Please find all the details in the description box below and type in the comment section the peace emoji. Just for research purposes, I just want to check something, you know, video durations and all my analytics and things. So yes, please don't forget to type this in the comment section below. I had so much fun making this video, and I really hope it was a nice, cozy, chill video for you to watch, and I look forward to bringing more chill, cozy makeover videos for you in the future. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone, and all the very best. Take care. Bye.